morning, grab my little black book. Yesterday can eat a dick, cause we lost by the hook. Can't win them all, so you never see me get shook. Today's a new day, the bookmaker's getting cooked. When I spot a dirty keg of 4 units getting played, always find the value, I would never be afraid. Scary money don't win, but I'm not going all in unless I see a bet I love, then I put my balls on a bookie's chin. Let it all soak in, doubling my bread, winning money with my friends. If you got the itch and you wanna go big, follow Sharpie bets and you gon' really fucking win. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment. But if I find the right price, believe I'm parlaying it. You can see my spreadsheet, I'm winning, not just saying it. Profit in the green every week, I'm never negative. I can bet an ace or a shitty old picture. Pick the right spots cause I'm the K-Prop whisperer. Shut up when I speak until you finally get the picture. I'm the best in the world, tell me you getting richer. Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTB screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTB screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies.
Let's get to the motherfucking monies.
Yeah, let's get to the motherfucking monies. Welcome to the best MLB Prop Show on God's green earth. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. Today we eat with Ribeyes with Mike, as well as the pitchers I'm going to look and talk about. As we are seeing the board as clear as day, and God willing, guys, we just stick to the script and keep cashing. Enough small talk. Do me a favor, guys. If you like what you're hearing on this show, smash that like button for your boys. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button as well. First guy we're going to talk about is Dustin May at the Guardians. Morning line, 4.5 minus 140 on FanDuel, or it was 6+ everywhere else. Now it's 6+ plus 146 on FanDuel, as they've moved, but yet giving crazy plus money. Pitching outs, 16.5 at a pick'em, whereas earn runs 1.5 minus 180 to the over. The projected lineup is 7 lefties and 2 righties. May gets the Guardians, who over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitching are walking a tad below league average, striking out 22% of the time with a bottom 7 isolated power. And we are coming off back-to-back days of taking money from this Cleveland team. Granted, it has been without Santana in the lineup, as he has been scratched the last 2 games, and we have cashed on both Skubal and Yoshi. Now can we get him with May? As May is a guy who pounds the zone with below-average zone contact, so the key I have been using is zone contact. And when we run this projected lineup, even with Santana in it, we have 6 of the 9 projected worse than league average, and that's a no-no when you're facing Mr. May. As he's only seen 2 lineups this year that has had at least 2/3 of the lineup bad at zone contact, and May has had 6 and 8 in those 2 games. Happens to be games I took as over as well. Now, May has hit all 5 overs this year that has had at least 5 of the 9 bad at zone contact. So as crazy as it sounds, looks like I'm going to be going back to the well with the zone contact versus these Guardians. As like May, I use zone contact for Yoshi and Skubal as well. So we run this pitch mix, guys, and it's going to be hard to grade, as StatCast has May's 2-seamer as a sinker. And the only difference in a sinker and a 2-seamer when it's graded is a sinker has downward movement and a 2-seamer has side to side. This motherfucker has both. Either way, guys, if we get 6 and I don't, and like I said, at the time I wrote this, I don't have the FanDuel lines. I don't bet on FanDuel right now. So I was going to have to pay up if I want them, guys. And at this moment, I have no problem paying up for May. If this is the lineup we get, so fucking be it. Another bonus that I'm looking at with May right here is how many lefties that Cleveland will run out. They have so many switch hitters that it is a thing you have to look at. And this year, May is striking lefties out at a 25% compared to just 19% from the right-handed side. And that actually goes through his career, guys. So we've got more lefties in the lineup, the side that he Ks the most. We're going to have 6 of the 9 projected. So both right now, bad at zone contact. There's only one way I could bet him, guys, and that's going to be fucking over. Next guy on the board we're going to talk about is Jack Flaherty versus Giants. Morning line is 6 plus minus 160 on DraftKings or 7 plus on FanDuel. It is now 6 plus minus 150 on DraftKings or 7 plus on FanDuel. Pitching out 17.5 minus 155 to the over, whereas earn runs 1.5 minus 175 to the over. Projected lineup is 5 righties, 4 lefties. Jack gets the Giants, who over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitching are walking tops in the league, striking out just 20% of the time with a bottom 10 isolated power. Now, Flaherty is a guy with some of the best chase contact in the league. So with a metric like that, I look for chase. And if we go off chase alone, Flaherty has had 9 games that are gradable, and he is 6-2 to his metric. Meaning if he is 5 of the 9 better than league average at chasing, it's gone up over. If he's had 5 of the 9 that don't chase, it's gone under. That's just strictly if you're betting the metric alone. Well, there is one outlier, the Guardians game, where he just whipped his dick out last week and fucking did the damn thing. So we run this projected lineup for chase, guys, and I've got 5 of the 9 who don't chase. Yet one of the ones who don't chase has the past history that says he will strike out versus Jack. So that switches it to 5-4 to the over with the past history added in. But you guys know I'll sit back and wait for my 2/3 of the lineup, as it's been fucking working, and it's been working like a T. Now, I am one person away from wanting this Jack over if they decide to put somebody in, as Jack is 3-1 to the over when he gets a lineup with 6 or more that chase, averaging 8.33 strikeouts a game in the spots where he's cashed. So all in all, right now, it's a stay off for me. But yet, if we're going to go strictly by the metric, it is 5-4 to the over. And he is 6-2 if you followed the metric. Do me a favor, guys. If you like what you're hearing, smash the like button. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button as well. Next guy on the board was a guy I may have first bet before anybody else. The train was rolling the first year. The train was going again this year, and then the train just got fucking derailed. And I'm talking Taj Bradley versus the Twins. Morning line 5.5 plus 120 on DraftKings. It's still the same. Pitching out 17.5 minus 130 to the over, whereas earn runs are 2.5 minus 135 to the under. Projected lineup is 5 righties and 4 lefties. Taj gets the Twins, who over the past 15 days versus right-handed pitching are not walking, striking out 20% of the time with a top 7 ISO. And as always, who have you seen in that time span? If they've had series versus the Royals and Orioles, who don't have a right-handed pitcher, I'm looking to back. Then the Guardians, where Gavin Williams went 6 innings with 6 punch-outs, and a series with the Brewers, where I bet Freddie Peralta. He had 5 strikeouts through 4 innings on 60 pitches, yet shit the fucking bed and didn't get another strikeout and ended on 5. All in all, guys, they have seen 2 guys that I would bet on in this top 7 ISO. Hell no, as Williams and Peralta both had 1 earned run. So their numbers have been coming versus middle of the pack to end of the rotation type guys. And with Taj, guys, he's a guy that I haven't used a metric for, as throughout his career, he's been better at all the metrics that I like to look at least better than league average. Well, like I said, he fell off a train this year, guys. And if we're going to look at his metrics this year, Taj is really bad right now at zone contact. He's actually 4% worse than league average at zone contact. And I've never paid attention to shit like that. I cashed him versus the freaking Marlins. I believe we were all on him that day. And man, that was scary. And then I started to just get scared more and more. I watched this guy. And then I was like, fuck, dude, this guy, I get it. This guy is he is a thrower of the baseball. He is not a pitcher yet. We're going to talk about Hunter Brown later on. Hunter Brown used to be a thrower. This guy is now a pitcher. The guy trusts his stuff. Taj Bradley, when he's freaking in pressure moments, he's throwing terrible pitches, like balls so out of the strike zone that you're not even going to lift your bat off the shoulder. And when you're not throwing competitive pitches, it can be a long fucking day. And from here on out, because of Taj being a straight up freaking thrower right now and not a pitcher, I will only half unit bet Taj for the rest of the year when I am on it. So what I did learn last week is I ran the whiff like normal and everything told me to go. Except I actually looked at the metric and fucking paid attention to something I've never looked at with him. And I was like, okay, it's a free lesson right now, Sharpie. That's what we're going to get right here. And that lesson was zone contact don't mean a damn thing with Taj Bradley. When Taj Bradley is on, as 7 of the 9 people last week in the Astros lineup were better than league average at zone contact. And he went out there and did the damn thing and cashed his prop. So we run this pitch mix, guys, versus this lineup, and I don't come up with a dead spot. The worst I have is 0.25 for Lewis, and he's actually projected in the bottom half of the lineup, and I come up with 6.5 to 9. So as always, guys, I'm going to need lineups, but it looks like I will be betting Taj today as well. Next guy on the board that we're going to be looking to bet, and it's going to have to go on my parlay because y'all know I hate betting unders, but I'm going to tell you guys, I mean, if I told you guys about Rasmussen, I tell you guys about a lot of these ones. If I don't bet it, they seem to just go. Nathan Eovaldi at the Blue Jays. Morning line 6+, plus 114 on FanDuel, still the same. Pitching outs 18.5, minus 200 to the under. Earn runs 2.5, minus 160 to the under. Projected lineup is 5 lefties and 4 righties. Eovaldi gets the Blue Jays, who over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitching are walking above league average, striking out just 17.5% of the time with a top 12 ISO. And I told Team Sharpie yesterday, I hate betting unders, but DeGrom did not pass the metrics test, and it said under if I was to bet him. Now, I didn't have the guy for 0 strikeouts, as that's what he ended on yesterday. And as crazy as it sounds, it gets worse for Eovaldi than it was for DeGrom. As Eovaldi has been a guy like DeGrom, I use zone contact for, as Eovaldi is in the zone 5% more than league average. And when Eovaldi has seen a lineup of 2/3 or worse than league average at zone contact, he is 2-1 to his K prop, with the one loss being the Mariners. Mariners' past history actually said to take it under instead of the over. Now, if we looked at Eovaldi when he's faced a team that has 2/3 of the lineup or worse at zone contact, he is 1-1 with the one loss, the Astros, where the past history said no. So when his 2 losses, his metrics, be it to the under or the over, when he's had 6 of the 9 in the lineup that was zone contact, worse or better, depending on the way it went. Past history has came through twice. I bring this up because, guys, it's not just the zone contact having 6 of the 9 projected better than league average in this Blue Jays lineup. We have a fuck ton of past history in the 2 of the 3 guys with bad zone contact. Santander and Springer both have 27 at-bats each and a combined 8 strikeouts. So in other words, he is striking them out 14% of the time in 54 fucking at-bats. And these should be the guys you are striking out in this lineup. I don't know how he gets fucking 6 today. I don't think he fucking comes close today, guys. Now, it's like me betting overs. Like, I would hate to bet an under after DeGrom goes out and puts 0. You're not going to get no fucking value betting the next guy on the board. The public pays attention to what did you last do more than anything, guys. So I might throw it on a parlay. I don't have the balls to go bet like a minus 160 under. I'm not an under type of bettor, but man, Nathan Eovaldi, good fucking luck to you. Do me a favor, guys. If you like what you're hearing, smash the like button. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button as well. As we're going to talk about the guy who became a pitcher and is no longer a thrower. But if you've watched the past seasons, we talked about how Hunter Brown was a thrower. And just wait till this guy fucking started to trust what he has. And man, oh man, this guy's trusted it. And he got a velo jump this year. So Hunter Brown gets the Athletics. Morning line 7+, minus 110 on MGM. It's still the same. Pitching outs 18.5, minus 244 to the under. Earn runs 1.5, minus 130 to the over. Projected lineup is 6 righties and 3 lefties. Hunter Brown gets the A's, who over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitching are walking top 3 in the league, striking out just 19% of the time with a top 8 ISO. And when I look to see who they've seen in that time span, Zach Wheeler diced him up, 6.2 innings, 0 earned runs with 8 Ks. A series with the Angels and Giants, both who don't have a right-handed pitcher I'm looking to back. Yet Webb is an ace, and he went out 8 innings, 1 earned run. Yamamoto went 6 innings, 3 earned runs with 6 strikeouts. And that's who they've seen that I would bet on. So their top 8 ISO is bullshit. The 3 dogs they've seen all have had quality starts, and Hunter Brown is a fucking dog. And it happens that we get this fucking dog at home. What do you mean by that? If you watch this show, you already know, guys. They soak their infield more than any other place, them in Philadelphia. And if you're a ground ball pitcher, you get your double play. You get an easy out. You get what would normally be a single is now an out. You get that hard 108 off the bat. It's now that double play you needed to get out the inning. So at the end of the day, Hunter Brown this year is just league average at his ground ball percentage, but through his career, he is 5% better. So that's a plus on our sides. We got him at home. We've got him versus an A's team who says they're hitting, but they're not fucking hitting the dogs. And then it's versus a team, guys, that through his career, he's had his best fucking games. 5 of the 6 games he's faced the Athletics through his career, he's allowed 2 earned runs or less. And they ain't seen this version of Hunter Brown. With Hunter Brown, guys, I like to look for chase contact, guys, as that's been the times that I have ran him. Not saying this guy hasn't fucking hit it when it says don't hit it, as this guy has been pretty much matchup proof when it comes to strikeouts this year. And when I run this lineup, guys, for chase contact, we only have 4 people of the 8 that are gradable worse than league average at chase contact, with 1 being a kid. Yet one of the good ones has struck out the Brown 3 of 5 at bats, which is a way to switch it over 1 to Brown. So all in all, we have 5 of the 8 gradable. That tells us we can look to the over. So I go run his pitch mix, guys, and I come up with 7. And I have Wilson, Urias, and Andujar as dead spots. I hate taking a straight up over if I can see 3 dead spots. Not say, hey, if he gets them, then it's an easy fucking over, guys. Because the other guys are going down multiple times, it looks like, to this dog. So at the moment, the way the lineup is, I'm going to be looking to pull him down 1 and put him with the Alton team total of the A's at 4.5. 6+ strikeouts under 4.5 is minus 120 at the moment, and I'm comfortable right there. The last guy we're going to talk about, which I mean, I should probably look at my phone because Mike's fucking probably like, hey, you sent me the wrong link, fucker. Nope. Cool. I didn't send him the wrong link today. Last guy we're going to talk about is going to be a guy we haven't spoke on all fucking year. But man, me and this guy have had some good, some bad, some terrible, and some great times together. This year, it's going to be good, it looks like. Carlos Rodon at the Angels. Morning line, 7+, minus 172 on FanDuel, 8+ everywhere else. It is now 8+, plus 110 on DraftKings, as all books have moved. Pitching out 17.5, minus 180 to the over, whereas earned runs are 1.5, minus 175 to the over. Projected lineup is 8 righties and 1 lefty. Rodon gets the Angels, who over the past month have just 146 at-bats versus a lefty. And like I say, guys, if you don't watch this show, I like 200 at-bats in at least 2 weeks, or I'll 200 at-bats and I will never, ever go past a month. And like I said, we're at 146. In that time span, they're walking a putrid 4.5%, striking out 26% of the time with the best isolated power in the game? Huh? Ho, 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 ho. Who have you been picking on? As when I look at who they've seen, guys, that I would bet on, they have had series versus the Padres, Dodgers, Marlins, A's, Orioles, Blue Jays, Mariners, Twins, all who don't have a dominant lefty, at least not on the IL. As when they seen Scooble, we ate, and he ate, as he had 8 strikeouts in 6 innings on 78 pitches. Now, I talked about this last year with Rodon, and I haven't looked to back him until last week. And the rain scared me off, yet he did what I thought. And what I talked about last year during the playoffs was how I expected Rodon to take the step forward this year, as what he learned in the playoffs from Garrett Cole showed and paid dividends in the playoffs. And now it's the regular season, guys, and that is Rodon is learning to control his emotions. He finally understands it doesn't matter what you do in the first or third inning. Don't let out a bunch of emotion because it's going to come back and get you. And now this guy seems to have it in check, guys. What he learned, guys, in the game is Garrett Cole had bases loaded in the second, bases loaded and then in the sixth in that playoff game. In the sixth, after he got out of the jam, like he got out in the second, he walked back like a robot. In the sixth, he let out a scream, yell, fuck you, grabbed his nuts type thing, like knew his day was over. And Rodon realized, oh man, I'm doing this in the second inning after I get out of jams. Like, what am I doing? Control yourself, reserve yourself. And if that's the guy we get, I'm going to have to bet him today, boys. Let me talk to you. When I like to bet him, guys, and what I look for is chase, as his chase contact is in the upper echelon of starting pitchers. And when we look at this freaking lineup, guys, we have 5 of the 9 who are worse than league average at chasing. Yet one of the 4 who don't chase has struck out to Rodon 9 of his 17 at bats, as Ward is another guy who doesn't chase but has struck out 33% of the time in 9 at bats. So there's actually action in 2 of the 4 who don't chase, which makes it 7-2 of this lineup that do chase. Yet if we pay attention to one guy's past history, we do have to pay attention to the other, as Chris Taylor somehow has only struck out 1 of his 10 at bats when everything says this dude should strike out every fucking time he sees this man. All in all, guys, it's at least 6 of 9 who chases, and this means I can look to get in. When Rodon has seen a lineup that has 6 or more who chase, he is 3-2 to his K prop over, with the 2 losses being the Padres and D-backs, both the only times this year he was lined at a 5.5. Take that into account, guys. When we see Rodon at a 5.5, the books know he's not getting fucking 6. Okay? Don't be the guy who thinks you're better than the books. Okay? Books are multi-billion-dollar corporations, and we are just regular fucking gamblers who seem to have edges, and my edges are working right now. So when I run this lineup, guys, at the end of the day, I have this guy from 8.75 to 11. Now, I want to see lineups, as always, as Soler might not be in this lineup, guys. With the type of past history that he has versus him, it would be wise to give the guy a day off. My stone ass keeps talking backwards, but y'all know what I'm getting at. And now we're about to get to the next part of this show, guys, as that's the pitching portion of this show. As always, I don't have a bet in yet until lineups come out. I was going to bet the team total under 3.5 of the Athletics, but -160 is a little too steep for my liking. So I will wait till lineups. I'm looking to back Brown. I'm looking to back Dustin May. I'm looking to back Carlos Rodon. And Taj fucking Bradley is also a guy I'm looking to back. Like I said, guys, that's the pitching part of this show, and I'm no hitting prop guy. But I do listen to games on the radio, and I said it before on this show. If there was a prop I'm going to bet today, which I'm fucking going to because DraftKings gives me a free home run bet today, I'm putting it on Zach Neto. Call me crazy, but I listen to the radio, guys, and since 2024, he is top 5 in batting average versus a lefty at 374, top 15 in slugging, and top 10 in OPS, next to the names like Judge, Yordan, Machado, and Schwarber. You're not getting those prices with fucking this guy. Who's Zach Neto? He plays on the fucking Angels. He's a fucking bum. Well, that bum's going to strike out once and hit a yopper today, so I will be betting that one today. Call me fucking crazy. I've done stupider shit with my money, but another guy who doesn't do that much stupid shit with his money. But sometimes, if you give him a little bit of booze, he might do some stupid shit with his money. All in all, though, he's my fucking boy, guys. He's here to talk hitting props, and he happens to have a shark dick.
Megalodon, the size of really 2 school buses. Are they extinct? Are they extinct?
That's the big question.
What's the new evidence now? A satellite photo near Sao Paulo. When you compare them next to the first photo, I'd say that's a 70-foot shark.
Yeah, it's the 70-footer.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Bro, I'm going to go through all my stuff today and because I'm finally off for the day, but I'm not lying. I'm near 80% this May right now. It's fucking stupid, bro. I mean, I was ass in April. I'll be the first to tell you I was on my knees underneath a bridge trying to get some money. But dude, sticking to the script, fucking finally having multiple games, 10 games. We're a third through the season. And I put 10 fucking games on one paper and it fucking tells me what the fuck they're going to do. It's kind of nice.
Ain't it great the way things work out the way they're supposed to, right? That's always a fun time. Looks like we know what we're doing sometimes.
Hey, don't get me wrong. A lot of cash by the hook, but then those that don't, man, they're fucking Garrett Crochet, 11-12. Like, I didn't take him at 12. Yamamoto barely cash by the hook, but I only half unit bet him strictly because I was all over Scooble the day before. And I will never bet. If Scooble was a righty, I would have never bet Yamamoto because Scooble put up 11 or 12 in the best Maddox ever. And I get to tell my grandkids I was fucking all over, dicks out in the eye hole in that game. Who takes a 2.5 juice team total under? This guy. You know how we talked about Wheeler and get back spots, double back get back spots? Scooble has only given up 3 runs or more in back-to-back games twice since 2023. He has pitched a shutout in both games. Yesterday was the 3rd time.
Wow.
What the fuck, bro? Sports repeats itself more often than not, bro.
I talk about the bounce back spot till I'm blue in the face, and it's fun to see it. It's great, especially when you can, you talked about listening earlier and that's the most important thing. You guys got to listen, hear what he's saying out there, look for these opportunities. Some of these sharp motherfuckers go out there and they struggle. Well, they're not that guy. That was the anomaly. You caught the blooper. Now come out there and catch the banger, and that's the way you get that big money.
Bro, fucking, are they giving Ohtani juice balls? I'm a Dodger fan, diehard.
I think they have to be. They have to be, man. I mean, and now the story,
bro,
of course.
He went oppo and took it to the 3rd deck in the Mets game, bro. Like, what?
He just won't do it when I bet him. When I bet him, he won't do it. I had multiple times. I told you guys about the Schwarber, Ohtani, Judge home run factors out there. And there's been, just look at it. Look at the numbers. When Judge gets his and Schwarber gets his, Ohtani's not getting his. And man, it's been a couple of bum spots. But, you get those, you talked about those free home run spots. And, I like to see that. So to me personally, that's the way I like to get involved. So we'll see. Let's talk about it, though. You talk about this Angels team and who the hell are they? Man, I'll tell you who they are. They're the team that I called game 2 of that San Diego series and post that San Diego series. I said, watch these motherfuckers go 10-4 their next 14 games. They ripped off that winning stretch. They continue to keep it going. That's who the Angels are. Now, the thing about the Angels is their bullpen is bad. Just not good, period. They've got some aces. Well, sort of aces. They got really some B players. That's the problem with this team, right? You get a 1 versus a 1, but if your 1's really a 2 against their 1, you're really probably hitting like a 3. You're fucked. So that being said, though, I'm going to take a look at this Yankee side. Lots of great bats on the Angels, for sure. I mean, up and down the lineup, what's not to like about these guys? Yeah. Taylor Ward, that's a guy that just can't find a way to miss. Doesn't matter who he is, what he's doing, or how he's doing it. Taylor Ward's the guy that goes out there and bombs away. But look at some Grisham opportunity on the Yankee side of things. Here's a guy that's kind of hiding in the weeds, kind of doing his thing out there. And normally, I was talking to somebody last week about this, and I said, you got to look for these lefty pitching matchups. I said, lefties are just, when they've got the advantage, we tracked it, the one day it was like 5-1 lefty pitchers against the other team's team total unders. It's a real thing, and that's why we talk about it on a regular basis. Now, this matchup has lefty versus lefty, so what's the lefty we're going to pick on? Well, it's not going to be your boy Rodon. I just heard you talking about that guy, giving him his flowers, but I'll peel on Tyler Anderson. He kind of came off a shit start. And if you look at his recent performances, is he going in the right direction? Well, he let up 2 runs. He had a run. He had 4 runs. He had 5 runs. He's starting to show midseason wear, I suppose, is the best way to talk about it. And the guy that I want to pick on isn't going to be one of those righties in Goldschmidt or Judge. And there's nothing wrong with Dominguez and all these guys down the lineup. But look at this guy's numbers against a lefty. When he goes lefty and he's lefty on lefty matchup, it's a 286. It's almost double his 192 against righties. And if he's on the slippery slope already, the guy I got to look at is Trent Grisham. He does have 50 at-bats against this guy, second most on the team, hitting a 200 out there against lefties. That's a big number for me. Lots of at-bats, just a consistent performer. And if you look at his last 7 days, he's got 5 hits and a ribby. The thing I like about this spot is I thought this Angels ballpark had some more, call it over opportunities, looking at some of the recent series against the Phillies, against the Dodgers and so on. But, man, there was just a 5-1 game yesterday. So here's a great opportunity. He had 1 hit. He's seeing the ball well. He hits a 326 on the road. He's got 7 homers and 14 road RBIs. And they're going to price him at a plus 200. Let's kick her off right there. Give me a plus 200 little Trent Grisham action for them New York Yankees.
It's almost a Saturday night right there, bro. If it ain't 280, she ain't a lady. But 200, bro, she a thickum.
I saw plenty of 280s this weekend. Woof. I'll tell you what, here's a guy that's sitting around a damn 280. It's Bryce Harper. They said the guy with the haircut story, Sharpie. The guy gets his haircut buzzed. He's channeling his little inner Nick Sirianni. When Sirianni gets his haircut buzzed, the Eagles stop the losing streak. They go on to win the Super Bowl. The rest is history. Well, Bryce Harper gets his hair buzzed. How about this guy? Fucking straight killer. Now, he's priced at a plus 135. He does have the NL East matchup, Atlanta Braves, but he's at home. He likes playing at home. And he's been seeing the ball, again, incredibly well. The problem is, if there is a problem, you got guys like Schwarber and Castellanos, even Turner out there just smacking the ball around the field and kind of overshadowing this lefty opportunity. Now, Spencer Strider, he's a 333 righty. He's a 300 lefty. Does it make much of a difference who's out there? No, you just need ducks on the pond, and the duck I'm choosing to angle with here is the guy. He's hitting a 256 against righties, and, you kind of dig in deeper. He's hitting the 300. He's a team-leading 300 out there. With the sample size that's very consistent when it comes down to playing against Spencer Strider. There's another one of them lefty-righty matchups. This time it's the batter's favor, though, and I like that spot. So Bryce Harper's placed at a plus 135, a little lower on the ballpark than I'd like to be, but still in a good spot to get us paid with some good plus money opportunity. What do you think about them Phils?
Really? I didn't talk Strider, so I should probably talk him real quick because I know he's pitching today. I was an idiot and put a half unit bet on him last week. I bet Strider as Strider. Strider will be Strider again. But right now, Strider is going to be working himself back into big league action. He has missed a year and a fucking third of actual baseball, guys. His velocity was down in all of his outings getting ready for this freaking start. It was down in the first inning. It was 96, 95, and it kept getting worse and kept getting worse. So I'm not saying Strider can't have a day, that he won't have a day. I'm just saying I won't be backing Strider until he becomes Mr. fucking Spencer fucking Strider again.
That's fair enough. Sometimes you got to go away from them. They're not going to be the same, all season long. Let's face it, they're not going to go 20-0 or 19-1. They're going to have some bumps in the road.
Bro, you got to pick the right back from Tommy John. He missed all last year and he played 2 games this year. He went 1 game to the IL. So he's had no baseball. This fool was throwing 99, 100 last time he was out there. It's 96, 95 now. It's a big difference.
Yeah. I hate when I miss a batter the next day if I don't go back to him and he ends up striking, and I'm like, man, why didn't I play him again? I say it all the time. If I missed him the first day, you got to go back to him the second day. But sometimes you got to exercise a little caution and protect the bankroll as well, because they can certainly get cold, and it can batting wise, because of the frequency and the number of at bats, they can certainly get cold in a moment. But who's not cold? Who's not? Maybe this is your guy. I don't know. You strike me as you may or may not have a Manny Machado jersey floating around the house. I know you're a Dodgers guy, but he seems like a hometown kid to some extent. Am I off?
I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus, but that's Noli's favorite baseball player.
Yeah, see, I thought it was close to home. I thought he was in the realm out there. No doubt.
Hey, and I was on the Padres team total under 3.5 the other day with Sale, and he hit a fucking home run, a solo shot in the ninth to make it 2-1, and I was fucking running around Manny Machado in it. So there's times I like him. There's times.
I'm not surprised that it's this guy, right? So you look at San Diego, and their structure is consistent with an under team. And you got a guy that goes out there and he's consistent with the bats, and Manny Machado. So why not sport the jersey out there? And he's at our price point that we want to get involved with today. He's got that plus 145 kicking. Up and down the lineup with this guy. Again, if the one spot he underperforms, if you could call it underperforming, against the Marlins this year, 1 hit on 4 at-bats. But all hitting categories, he's leading that San Diego Padres team, 319 batting average, 391 on base percentage. That means every 4 out of 10 times he's at bat, he's getting on base, and he's hitting 1 out of every 3. So you're getting him on base. He also leads the team in 61 hits. He has had a tremendous last week. Let's kind of zoom in a little bit there and see 27 at-bats, 9 hits. I think that's one of the most across Major League Baseball. We just talked about Bryce Harper's 8. Manny's up there with 9. He's got 3 homers, 4 RBIs. And if you want to zoom in even more, he's got a home run 3 of his last 4 games out there. So this guy, it's looking like a beach ball in slow motion when it comes across the plate. And I think that's a good omen for us here. Again, a plus 145 right in the sweet spot. It's not that big, glorious payday, but we got to build these bankrolls here. We got a Max Meyer opportunity to try to take advantage of. And lefty-righty matchups, where's he more vulnerable? Righty, 224 on lefties, 282 on righties. And Machado is just nuking the ball. Jackson Merrill's right there behind him, but sample size, it's twice as much. We got 139 at-bats, lefty-righty situation for Manny with a stellar 309. Then you got Jackson Merrill with 72. Everybody knows who this guy is. You see everybody throwing his name out there. Guess what? He's a young guy. He's still developing his form. He's still developing his consistency. He does have it, lefty-righties out there with a 361, but I like this opportunity. I think we got a good spot to pick on Manny, where he's been just firing fucking piss missiles all over the place. It goes out of that park out there. It's gonzo. And bring your glove to the ballpark, too. I have a feeling this guy gets touched up today.
Speaking of Machado, this is another guy like Schwarber. If you've already got Schwarber fucking MVP and you want a little hedge amount, he always starts off slow. If this guy is starting off like this, he's about to do. These are guys that career-wise, all-star games, boom, boom, they just fucking go. So Manny Machado is another look. And Abel, I hear you. I hear this right here. Us Dodgers fans don't like Manny Machado. You don't get booed unless you're good, brother. Yeah. You don't get booed unless you're good. I'll admit if a guy's good. Don't mean I like the guy, but the guy's a good baseball player.
No, as a Phillies fan, I can appreciate not so much the Mets. The Mets can just fuck off in perpetuity. But when it comes to the Atlanta Braves and the Miami Marlins, I can still give them some. I can give some kudos out there. I can see when they got their gunners running and don't want any part of those games. Just happens to be that the Phillies are top of the class right now.
Nah,
I missed out. I missed
out
on some.
Dodgers are winning games and our rotation ain't even healthy. This is just as fucking hilarious.
Man, I'll tell you what, this last one, I got a 4-pack for you guys here. This last one was a little bit of a challenge. I did want to look at the Texas Rangers. I did want to look at a little Josh Jung action, but, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to opt against this Texas Rangers team because despite it being Bowden Francis that's coming to the bump today, I just can't stand that consistency or lack thereof when it comes to Texas, man. It feels like I think it's under, it ends up going over. Then they go on 6 unders in a row and they can't win a game and then it's over. And it's like, man, let me just get away from that spot until it kind of stabilizes for a little bit. And I'm going to go to the old Pacific Northwest. Why not take a shot here with a guy that coming off a rest period, one of the best guys in current form in baseball. That's not something we talk about very often, coming off the rest and going out there, giving everybody the business. But we got to look at this Seattle Mariners spot and the Washington Nationals, of course. And lots of guys on the Nationals. I like some CJ Abrams. I see what he's doing out there. He's priced at a plus 240. I get involved with that, but or not plus 240, excuse me. This is the current guy we're going to talk about. But nonetheless, let's go to Seattle. Let's look at the Mariners. Let's zoom in on what these boys are doing out there. Because again, traveling off a rest day, but coming back home, right? So they're not continuing on that road stretch out there. And you look at their current games, I think this team loves playing in Texas. They lost 2 in a row, so it's not going to show on paper here, but they did go 1-3, so they're probably a little pissed off. 9-2 loss. They did pick up a 5-3 win, 2-1 low-scoring game, 5-3 lower-scoring game. They did smack around the White Sox. They swept the Padres, so this team's playing pretty fucking well. You look back at it, though. This is going to be their 3rd straight series on the road before coming back home. I'm not sure I'm in love with the Mariners today, but I do like this matchup. And I think you got to look at a guy in Tavares on the Mariners side of things here. This guy's an RBI machine, 20 at-bats. He's got 7 hits and 3 ribbies. He's under the radar right now, and the price tag reflects it, specifically because you look at this team. First of all, they're kind of struggling to put together some wins. They've been on that three series road trip. Before that, they kind of struggled at home with Toronto, but I have a feeling if I was going to be bold and proclaim a team that's going to pick it up over their next 14 days, it's going to be this Mariners team. I just think that there's too much firepower behind these bats to keep having 1- and 2-run games. They even got a shutout out there against the fucking White Sox of all teams. So I'm going to look at this guy here, Tavares, coming off a break, 4 RBIs in his last 5 days. They had that break yesterday. He's a plus 240. If I'm going to pick on a pitcher, it's going to be Parker. Say that one 3 times fast. 4.39 ERA with a 1.3 WHIP in his last couple performances. Not going to form. He's not playing to the back of his baseball card right now. He's starting to swell up a little bit, and I think that's going to make him vulnerable. I think it's going to be a tight series. I do expect the runs to start flying for the Mariners. I don't know that it'll be today. Just all fairness, I don't know that it's today, just coming off of those 3 straight road trip series in a row. But I think this guy can fight.
For your health and all that, I hope they do. But the Mariners have been a shithole hitting team for years now.
Yeah.
They have great pitching and no bats. This is the same story every fucking year.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, look, current form, you can't argue with it. There's no question about it. But you look down the lineup, though, they've got a J.P. Crawford. They got a J-Rod. They got a Cal Raleigh. They add Rosarania to the lineup this year. They bring in Mitch Garver from Texas. At some point, it's that same
There's
attitude.
so much swing and miss, bro. Yeah. They're all swinging for home runs, which for your health, yes, we'll take that. But, dude, it's like that's not good for getting a runner on and scoring some runs. It's like they are dependent on the home run.
So we'll see. Not in projected lineup on one site that I look at, is in the projected lineup in another site that I look at. So keep your eyes on him. And if he doesn't go, if we don't get it to Tavares, then I'll give you guys the backup. I like to have a backup and be ready for a game plan here. Then we'll go to Josh Young, 281, leads the squad in batting average, leads the squad in on-base percentage, leads the squad in hits. All that's the shit that leads to RBIs. The problem is they're not scoring. He's got 0 RBIs over his last 25 at-bats in his last week. That's a problem for this Texas Rangers team. Is Bowden Francis going to find a little bounce-back opportunity that we talked about to kick off the batting segment? I don't know. Maybe. But if we don't see ourselves with Tavares getting out there, then keep your eyes open and get yourself a little Josh Young as a backup. Plus 155 is not a terrible backup price. I come ready to play. I give you guys a backup too.
Ready to freaking go. Well, I appreciate you as always, Mike. You come in, drop fucking 4, give the fucking backing behind it, and we're going to have us a day, bro. Like, these show days have been amazing. It's going to keep staying amazing because we're just sticking to the script. Stick to the script. Let them know what you got going on, where they can find you.
Yeah, man. We're back in action, ready to attack. I had a little weekend off. It was nice. It was pleasant. It was refreshing. But I'm back and ready to attack. We're going to be going live at 6 p.m. You'll find me, Sports Money, ready to roll. Get that cash. Going to break down these games for you guys. Talk about these NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, MLB. I might even add in a couple of other player props in the Major League Baseball circuit, Sharpie. So I appreciate you having me as always, brother.
It's Tuesday.
Somebody's off, I heard.
Fucking 8 straight days of work, but we're off today, motherfuckers. But yeah, if you're down 2 hours, I'm down for 2 hours. That's not too long for me.
Let's find out.
Yeah, we'll fucking get it going and join us tonight, guys. It'll be on both channels, either or. I think Mike's channel freaking he pulls it all, or else I'd have like 4 people watching me. So I appreciate you for even dual streaming that with me. But we're gonna live stream 2 hours, whatever games are going, baseball, football, hockey. But there ain't no fucking football. I am high though. Basketball and shit. Whatever's going on, guys, we'll talk. We'll live bet. Make sure you tune into his show. Get all the early action, and we'll go live action. Tune into my Twitter at Sharpie's Bets. I tweet out all my bets. As like I say, this is a show that gives out bets, not picks. I bet my shit. I fucking hate losing money. I can go 3-1, and I get angry about the 1. But it's been so good right now that I just hope God keeps blessing me, man. That's all you can ask for. Until next time, that's Mikey Monies. I'm Sharpie's Bets, and I will